Our next guest is the voice of 6 Super Bowls and 24 World Series. Next week, he takes over play-by-play duties on Monday Night Football on ESPN and ABC. Please welcome Joe Buck.
I'm good.
I can't believe this is your first time on the show.
It is my first time in this seat. It's my first time on the show. It is not my first time in the show, meaning that I've sat back in the crowd 2 times with my daughter, Trudy.
Right. Your daughter came here
Yeah,
one night.
We've come twice. Only one time were we cool enough to get back to see you. But, yeah, we sat out right over there.
This surprises me because we work together at Fox Sports. We've dined together.
We have.
And of course, everything all runs together. And I assumed you'd been here before.
No, this is
I think we have
my maiden voyage. Actually, yeah, I brought a picture
of your daughter here.
Of me, Trudy, and Jimmy Kimmel. Look at that.
Oh yeah, your daughter.
Yeah, she's. This is, I think, 10 years ago. So
this is before beards were legalized on television.
Yeah, and this was shortly after a really aggressive dye job on my hair.
You have to do that when you're one of the great sportscasters.
Well,
you have to.
Got to dye your hair, and that kid right now is working for Ben Stiller on Severance 2.
Is that right? Wow, that's a great show.
It's a great show.
What is she doing on the show?
She's his top assistant. So
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. How about that?
Whenever his whim, she goes and makes it happen.
Let's not get crazy.
Yeah.
So you're at Fox Sports for what, 28 years?
Yeah, 27, 28.
And then, welcome to the Disney family,
yes,
first
it's good
of all.
to be here.
Did you and Troy Aikman, our team in the booth, did he sign first?
He went first. So we've been together 20 years. We've called those 6 Super Bowls together, and he ended up leaving first. And we were talking throughout the entire process, and then it became apparent that I could get out of my contract at Fox, which is not a good sign, I don't think. And they're like, yeah. Oh, you want to go? Okay, yeah, go ahead. They traded like a crappy football game for me, and I went to ESPN, so now I'm doing Monday Night Football.
And you guys have a great lineup of Monday Night Football games.
Yeah.
It's a particularly strong schedule this year.
It's a great schedule. We start this upcoming Monday with Russell Wilson and the Broncos.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
Going to Seattle to see his old friends, the 12s, up there in Seattle. So it'll be a
fun.
cool way to start.
Did you tell them I'm only coming if I don't have to call a Jets game this season?
You did notice that the Jets were not on the schedule.
The Jets are not on the schedule.
I can't say that was one of the requirements, but it was talked about.
As far as going to various cities, and you've been to all the NFL cities many, many times, obviously, is Philly the place where the fans are the most spirited, shall we say?
Yeah, they like to have their fun. They like to give me a lot of crap because they think I don't like their team, which is not true.
You get that in every city,
I get that in every city because I did 24 World Series, and I've told every fan base that their team just lost the World Series, and I was screaming while I did it, which really pissed them off. And so they all think because I'm not there to root for their team, they think I'm rooting for the other side. Every fan base thinks that. But Philly, I love that they care. I love that they care about their sports, and they care who's calling the game. So that's good. But they could be a little rough.
Yeah, do they ever attack you personally?
Not physically. No, not yet. About 10 years ago, I think it was, we were in Philly, and I'm standing with Troy. We're doing the game. Throughout the entire first half, this woman in the seats right down in front of us is screaming for Troy Aikman to look over at her. And every time there's a timeout, Troy! Troy Aikman! And he's under his breath. He's like, I'm not looking down. I'm not looking down. Troy! I mean, it's going on for an entire half. Finally, at halftime, she does it. She's like, geez, all right. He looks over, and she just stands up and gives him the finger. And that's kind of a badge of honor for all the times that he, with the Cowboys, might have beaten the Eagles.
Yeah.
But then Troy, the only time he wears his Super Bowl rings, and he's got 3 of them, is when we're doing games for the HD TV. And he just stands back, and he puts his ring finger up.
Really?
With the Super Bowl ring on it, and just does that. And I'm like, You better hope they know that's your ring finger and not your middle finger, because they will come over this wall. But it never came to that.
When you're in the booth, I've been in a couple of times. In fact, I got banned from Monday Night Football once years ago.
We will change that.
You know, I mean, I was publicly banned by my own network, which I don't think has ever happened to anyone
Well,
before.
I was given away by mine. So.
But I'm always amazed at, because it does seem so complicated, and I know it doesn't to you, but how relaxed it is inside that booth while this game is on live. Like I was just talking to Keenan about, you know, doing this live Emmy show. You do that for a much longer period of time every single week.
Yeah, but there's a lot of activity. I don't think people get that. So I'm doing the game. I've got a producer talking in my ear.
Yeah.
I've got a stat guy giving me numbers on a grease board. I've got a spotter helping me figure out who made the catch, who made the tackle, how many yards it was. Troy talks. I set up the next play.
You've got a piece of paper with a million little notes on it.
Yeah.
And yet somehow it always seems very easy and seamless.
Yeah, well, my dad did it for 50 years, and I watched him do it, and I learned.
My dad's been doing the lawn for 50 years, and I can't do that.
Fair point. Yeah, I don't know. It becomes second nature the more you do it. Obviously.
Do you think that if I actually have a camera outside, and I was thinking it would be fun just to show your ease and your gift here, that you would do a little bit of play-by-play just as we watch some people walk down the street on Hollywood Boulevard? I mean, you have to do it, right?
I got my glasses in here.
Yeah, put on your glasses so you can see what's going on.
I want to give the people what they want.
Yes, you must. That's why we're here. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Joe Buck doing what he does best.
Okay, here we have two young ladies right in the center of your screen talking. One is running on some sort of beverage, Dunkin' maybe, and here comes Jorts. Jorts is making her way across the crosswalk, and now torn up skirt, might take this title. Instead, it is Jorts on the top of the curb.
Are those jorts?
Are those jorts?
I don't know.
I've got two daughters. I feel like those are high-waisted jorts.
I don't know. I would never know. I would have no idea.
Okay,
There's something. Well, George sounded good. Well, it's great to see you, and I look forward to seeing you do Monday Night Football and hearing you do Monday Night Football.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be fun. Yeah,
and it's
Monday
great to have you here.
All right, thank you.
Joe Buck, everybody. Monday Night Football, Broncos, Seahawks, ESPN, ABC. We'll be back with Youngblood.